welcome to a TNT Run video. I haven't done a video on coronavirus yet, so I'm going to do a video on coronavirus now. I guess it's good that I've waited all this time to do so because, you know, a lot has happened. I don't think there will really be much more revealed about it, whether it was man-made or not. I do think it was man-made, and it was intended for use in the future, but it wasn't ready yet, and it was released too early by China. So that's how I kind of see it at this point. But I kind of want to rant a bit about how it's affected my life and how it's affected my friends' lives and how it's affected all these things, because there's so many things that, even though things are opening back up again, that so many things that that aren't going to happen at all this summer because of the pandemic in general. You know, and I feel like most of us have it already. We just don't know it. So, that's crazy, right? I'm so tired, too. But, yeah, that's random off topic. Good job, me. But, yeah, this summer I was gonna meet my best friend, actually. I would consider her my best friend. Because really, I went through an experience late last year that really hurt me. I think I've talked about or touched the experience before on my channel, but basically, it was a sinful situation. But the person the girl that was doing it with me was well, she didn't want to fix it, and she convinced herself that I did everything wrong. So basically she told her dad, and then all this bad stuff happened. So, you know, this friend that's my best friend now, well, she's been my best friend since I met her back in September, so before this happened, because the event happened in November, and that really was traumatic for me, I guess. Maybe it hurt, right? And, you know, it's great to have a friend that is a good listener, of course. I mean, I like to listen and I like to talk, and so does she. But it's whatever the other needs, right? And that's how I view it. Is since she needs me and I need her, you know, we're good friends. I mean, I don't know if I view it as a need situation, but she's changed my life by being there, you know, because I can tell her anything, and she's a good friend. And she's not coming here now because her grandparents live here, and it would have been nice to meet her, but I never got because they can't fly here now, and now it's too late in the summer for them to drive because they have other things going on. I don't know if that's solely why, but they wanted to skip out on a year coming anyways. At least the parents did. She did not. Not because she wanted to meet me solely, although I know she really wanted to. It sucks, really. Ooh. But, I mean, I'll meet her next year. I mean, like, that being cancelled was really the only big thing that was frustrating me. I mean, we were going to drive. We were going to go on a long road trip, but now we can't do that. No, I also did just get a job, so wouldn't be the easiest thing to arrange right now. I mean, I got a job partially because everything was being cancelled, but I also wanted to be able to make some more money, too. Because it would be just nice to have. And I'd like to buy a car too. And I'm pretty close to being able to afford a cheaper car, but I'd like to be able to afford a car that's going to be reliable. Not an expensive car, just a reliable car. That's basically it. Yeah, I can't believe the coronavirus, though. Like how it just took over our lives. It was basically everybody's lives. Doesn't matter what you did. Doesn't matter what political view you have. Doesn't matter what you believe. at all. Nothing matters, because you're gonna die. Or, I mean, everybody can be affected by this, so we're told, right? And, I mean, it's not even nearly as fatal as what the projections stated. So, I mean, was there really much worry to begin with? I don't even know. I'm talking about this now because I think we're far enough along. Well, either wave 2 is beginning or going to begin, if there's going to be that, or we're far enough away from it now that it's past. Now, if we're opening back up again fully, there's not going to be any waves. If we never did a lockdown because of coronavirus, there's not going to be any waves, right? There's going to be one wave where some people die, and then that's it, because everybody's been infected, right? And I mean, it's not such a dangerous disease that everybody's going to die, so I don't really see the point of the lockdown. We just isolate the people that are in danger of dying from it. It's a humane thing to do, not shut down everything and destroy our economies. You know, and I feel like it's just another elite scheme to hurt our economies and to hurt the working class and to take more wealth for themselves. It would just make a lot of sense. It's unfortunate, but what can you really do? I mean, it's good to point it out and to know and be aware of it, right? And if you can, try to not contribute to the opposite side. Because really, if you're not an elite, if you're not that 1% that owns 99% of everything, then you should be opposed to the elite, at least in some sense. Even if you have a pretty decent level of wealth by the standard of your fellow countrymen, because you're still not an elite. Like, elite would be $1 billion, not $1 million. Right? So yeah, there's so, like, see, that's why it being created would make sense, because there's many people that do would benefit from this, and have benefited from this, from the whole lockdown, from the pandemic, from just everything relating to this. And yeah, that's why you can consider it. But I don't know. No, well, you can't be certain about anything. It's important to admit that you don't know, though, because a lot of people don't do that, and that's, you know, it's a skill. I mean, I typically do it with some people, and then with others I don't. I fail to admit it sometimes. That's not the best, but I try at least. I should try harder, though. Aiming for perfection. No, but I've taken the coronavirus time to improve myself a lot. And I mean, I always like to improve myself because, well, I'm a teenager, I'm growing up. I want to become a grown adult. I don't know. There's not really much else to say about that. Other than I want to challenge myself in the sense of intellectually, physically, you know, because I've been doing workouts now. I've been doing a lot of Duolingo. Duolingo is really fun. I've been doing German on Duolingo and Latin on Duolingo. I already knew quite a bit of German, but I'm speed running German on Duolingo, so I'll be able to just absorb all the information and hopefully be able to go to Germany someday in the future. Wow, nice. Right into the void. I do wish there were more maps, though, or at least more maps in the rotation. It could be just bad timing, but I don't know. Sometimes the queue is a little bit buggy and I can't even join. No, if you want to learn a language, I fully suggest Duolingo, because all of the main important features are free. There's not really much benefit to what was it? Wow. What was I gonna say? Oh, the benefit to the premium options, other than your daily streak. But your daily streak's not really a daily streak if you're not doing it, right? How is that as motivating? I mean, I do think a streak freeze for 1 day is appropriate, like what they have. But for the premium version where you pay for it and you get a streak freeze for as long as you need it, that's pretty dumb, because what even is a streak freeze anymore? What even is a streak anymore, I mean, rather? If you can freeze it for, say, 20 days and don't do Duolingo for 20 days, what's the point, right? No, and I have a friend that's, that best friend I mentioned, it's the same person, who's going to go camping soon, and she can not access the internet while camping. And she shouldn't. She should take a break. And I'm going to continue her Duolingo streak, at least as far as I know. There we go, here's a different map. And, you know, it's because her streak's like 109 now, so you should save it. You know, it'd be nice to get a year streak. That would be amazing, and you'd learn a lot in a year. I mean, 34 hours of Duolingo is, I believe, the equivalent of a university semester. So you learn a lot on there. And I think a whole course is probably like, I don't know, 1,000 hours, not including the time to restore skills. You restore your skills by going back and doing just one short lesson where you still get experience points for a module that you completed. So you'll just remember it again. It would be a refresher. You know, and it's good they do it like that, because that way you remember what you learned. You'll be able to keep, you'll be able to manage your database of words in a different language, because if you don't get to use it by talking to somebody in that language, you need to use Duolingo and restore your skills constantly, like what it suggests, because then you're maintaining that knowledge as if you were speaking it to somebody who can speak that language. And I mean, I have a few people that I could speak German with, but I mean, I guess I don't. I have nobody that I could speak Latin with. I think the Latin grammar rules are important. And I'm going to just restore my skills on there. I'm going to restore my skills in German on there anyways. I'm just going to get to know it better. I'm going to know the language even better than I did before. Yeah. Why did I just... Okay. Please don't cut me off, because... Okay, you fell. That's good. I love this map a lot. It used to be the worst because it was so dark. I think it used to be map D when they had the old signs, and they used to have like 4 or 5 different maps you could join. But it was annoying because people would always go onto the small map, the 12-player map, because then it was easy to win. I haven't seen that map in the rotation, the original 12-player map. So you couldn't get other maps to fill. So what was the point of having them? Map rotation's so much better, because it forces us to play all the maps. And I mean, that's what other games do. It's kind of common sense. So, yeah. Whoop. Don't say anti-up though. Anti-up is bad. Old memes. Probably the first time you've heard my spacebar today, and I messed up still. What a waste. I was watching my pots, and my mods are so well organized to be able to have the HUD set up the way I do. Because I used the refraction tutorial, and the refraction tutorial is like 40 minutes long. So I don't want to install another Potion HUD mod in case it's not as good as this. Because, well, this one's good. It's really good, and it took me a long time to set up, and I don't really want to go back to an outdated mod if I go to a new one. So the only case I go to a new one is I know it's better for sure, or I lose all my mods. Other than that, I can't say I would. No, I got to go to the lake, and I went completely offline during that point. Well, I did do my Duolingo streak, but other than that, I stopped talking to friends, and yeah, my friends really missed me. A couple of them missed me. A couple of them didn't. No, some friends are good, some friends are bad, you know. Peas in a pod. Wait. Am I gonna win? Please tell me I'm gonna win. I'd like to win. I don't think I'm gonna win. Oh, I did win. Okay. Don't think I'm gonna win. I don't know if I've done this map in this session or not. It's hard to say. I don't remember. Yeah. I've also been reading a lot more frequently too. Instead of being kind of a nerd in games, I've been reading a lot more. I think reading's a lot. It is really rewarding. I was gonna say a lot more rewarding, but you can judge that for yourself. I don't really want to force any opinions down your throat, unless if it's about abortion, like the last episode. I'm sorry, I had to. It was like my second abortion TNT run video too. The older one though, like my arguments have advanced. What the heck? Good job, me. And because my arguments have advanced, it's like that video kind of needed an extension. So, you know, an unplanned is the perfect time to do that. So, you know, yeah. One minute and wow, horrible right there. So I really hope though that next year will be better, because I wanted to go to a conference in the United States this year, and the border's still not open, so I couldn't go to any of them, any of the ones that I could have possibly gone to this year. And yeah, I mean, I know things will go back to normal because historically they always do. There's never a pandemic that changes the whole world forever. That's never happened. There's been pandemics before. It's not the first pandemic. Stop worrying, people. It's not really that bad. Can you not follow me, please? I would really appreciate it if you would not follow me. Thank you for not following me, sir. Okay. Okay! Why? I'm getting lazy or something. I don't know. Wow, there goes half my double jumps, and I'm on the bottom layer, but there's no blocks. Let's get up here, and then stay up here forever. I won't be including music in my videos anymore because, well, there's that slight problem with copyright now where everything's copyrighted, so I can't, and I don't need it. It's not. It changes it a bit, but it's not required, right? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I feel like I'm missing something. I'll probably realize it in editing and not add it, because then I'd have to. Because then I'm not ending it here. I don't know. Excuses or something. I'm also a bit tired because, well, I'm going to bed early and I'm waking up early. So, and I mean, that's good for you. It's better for you than like what all the gaming nerds do, where they stay up all night and then they sleep all day. I don't want to get into that habit ever. And I was pretty close to it some other summers, where I was recording constantly and I was talking to friends constantly. We talked till like 7 or 8 a.m. in the morning, 8 a.m. and then we'd go to sleep and start talking at like 6 in the afternoon. It's like, I hated that because, well, I also wasn't really paying that much attention to my bodily needs. I wasn't drinking enough water. I wasn't eating right. You know, I need to play this more controlled. You know, only play games for probably an hour or two at a time, unlike what I used to do, because it's good for you. You know, going to bed early is good for you. You know, not doing too much of something is good for you. You know, keeping busy with a variety of things is good for you. And yeah, that's why I work out now. That's why I run now. That's why I do a lot of Duolingo for some reason. That's why I like to read. But that's why I still also like to play Minecraft, because it's a unique experience for me. I'm not going to start playing any new games anymore. I'm not really interested in games that much anymore. I mean, of course I'm still interested in Minecraft, because that interest really has never faded. It's just, you know, the game is changing quite a bit. Well, Hypixels, like some unnecessary changes like this. Like, why would you change that? But then there's some other things like, well, I mean, once we have to go up to the new update on Hypixel, and they won't be able to extend it anymore, I'm not too sure what I'll do. Depends. If they actually provide a good combat update, then sure. That's the next update, I believe. Right? I think it was. And I think it's set for June next year? That's what I think it is. I don't know. I hope they do it right this time. I really hope and pray they do. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one. Bye.